Friends, welcome back. Quick interjection. We're in, you're probably caught on to the theme of this video. The machine's coming in later. We ended up with about, I talked to Andy actually a couple of days ago. He said we ended up with about 5 tractor loads or something, he calls them. 4 or 5 tractor loads. I don't know what you guys call your loads down there, but we call them logging truck loads. And there's about 35 to 40 cubic meters on a logging truck load. But I think when you guys process your logs down there, they're quite a bit shorter. But anyway, regardless, this is a mess. There's a tree that come right out off the there's a water line, like a thing that's leaning into this. So, but I'm not doing this. I'm not leaving them like this. I'm leaving them like this. I want my lay. I'm always concerned about my lay and who the next person is grabbing the machine or grabbing the wood. So this is kind of an interesting situation. There's one above my head that's leaned into the tree that I'm cutting, but it can't go uphill. There's no way. I mean, I guess you could willy-nilly it, but the next guy would have a really hard time with it. So I'm spending the time to make this right and get it into lay. And this is where you use the forest a little bit. But anyways, just welcome back. Thanks for everybody that's been partaking in the comment section. This was a fun trip for us. Like, it was a go. North Carolina, the Hoffman factory tour, and then straight to the amazing TCI. And again, to Husky and everyone, thank you so much. This has been such a blast. So we're just working through this, friends. We've got a lot of cutting coming yet. Some big oak, this crazy big willow that we talk about. We'll walk you through. And it's just a different look at cutting trees, friends. So anyways, enjoy. So friends, you'll notice I pop a muff off here. We're trained to do this. This is a reckless situation. It's part of the bush, but it's a decision I made. But whenever you get into these situations where you're banging wedges or you're in a snag, pop a muff, because then you can hear any movement or cracks up there. Just pop one muff off. We're actually trained to do that. Friends, you'll notice too that my brain, I'm looking up here because there's something leaning up against this tree. I'm knocking this out now, but just watch as I carry on here. You'll notice my head. I'm looking up like crazy right now. It would be foolish to take my eyes off this. As I go in the back cut, I got Luke out of the way because I got to keep him safe. Look at my head here. I'm already in the cut. I don't need to look at my kerf. There's no reason for me to stare at my saw. My head is up in the air all the time for movement. There could be movement. You don't know. So I'm just looking up steady here right now. So friends, the tree I'm cutting is going side hill, but it is being pushed uphill by that tree that's leaning in it. So I'm just really focused on what's going on. I can only cut so much, and then if it don't go, we gotta tap it out with something else or hit it with a bullet. And I have bullets because I've already checked that. I didn't just go willy-nilly. I have a plan, and I have a plan B. So you can only cut so much of it. It don't start going into its lay. It's pushing too hard up off hill off that back one. So friends, this is coming out of the creek here. You'll see that was a gong show. That thing, it just let go and laid into that pine. But as you can see, that pine, I think Lukey's probably got, it's not smart lying underneath like this, but I've got a strip of holding wood on that stump. But I'm not saying that's a smart thing to do, because that's leaned like this way, and it's pushing up against that pine like that. And as you can see, the pine is hard back and we got wind. But when this decides to go, I'm hoping this little whatever that is right now is going to take this, because this tree's cut up. I could take a little bit more, which I may come over before I cut that one. I may just dribble a little bit of that pine just so that when it goes, it's going to leave clean. I'd be surprised if that thing didn't take off on its own any second.
That moved a ton.
There we go. It's messy, but we got butts. We just swing around here and just, right, away we go. Check out this stump. That's glorious, actually.
Beautiful.
So that come up nice.
How fun is that? So all the videos you've watched, friends, and thank you for being here. And if you're a newcomer to this channel, we love you and thank you for being here. Hit us downstairs in the comments section. Let us know who you are, where you're from. And let's start jibber-jabbering about this whole game. That's day one. That was day one. Done. We cut a lot of trees on day one, friends. And day two we did too. So day two's coming to you next. I know. It seems crazy, but that was day one. And that was a long day. I was getting kind of pooped. And there was a couple of more trees right there. And Andy looked at me and I looked at him and Lukey. And we just, we've got enough done for the day. Let's call it. And I was feeling it by then. So that was it. But friends, not a good thing to be underneath wood like that. It's not. I'm not an advocate of that. It's just, I'm really cognizant about the next person coming in, okay? The next person to touch the wood. Is it a hoe chuck? Is it a skid? Is it like who's yarding the wood? They don't want this madness. And I know it's just wood and sometimes wanting to do, and this is important, listen to this one. It's happened to me and I had a mindset like this and I had to curb that through the years because it was going to get me. Wanting to do a good job can get you hurt. Think about that for a second. Being concerned about your lay and your work and the way your timber lays can get you actually hurt. Like bucking logs on a steep grade. We've all got to do it depending on what's going on. But as I got older, you know, older guys would say to me, bucking, it's a freaking log. There's no log and no tree worth your life. They got machinery to do that stuff. You know what I mean, friends? Wanting to do a good job can sometimes get you hurt. So I've struggled with that my whole career, to be honest with you. I just spent a day with the guy that packed me out of the bush, Walker Addison. We went over to visit the Claw, and we talked and reminisced about the old days. And he said, "Bucking." Well, I won't say much because that sounds like I'm tooting my horn, and that's not who I am. but he said you were a going concern. And, you know, and people would say, "Oh, he's going to get it." And I did. No freaking doubt about it. I know who I am, and I don't claim to be nothing, but I do claim to like cutting trees. So just stay within your realms and know that there's no tree and no situation worth your life. It's if you get that weird feeling in your gut, just pull out. Pull out. I was bad that way. I was bad that way, friends. I'll be honest. And I think that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. So grateful to be freaking anywheres. Anyway, I've said enough. I'm not here to tell you how to do nothing. I'm just here to share my life and my journey with you. And I've been on YouTube now for 11 years. And I feel like we're on another plane now. We're in a different zone as far as Lukey coming on board and helping with the content and making things different. The voiceovers, I hope those voiceovers helped for cutters or people who are learning and stuff like that, because we do get a lot of that here. That's what YouTube is. We didn't have YouTube growing up. You know, it was just get at it. So anyways, enough said. I love you. Thank you for being here. Friends, work hard, be honest, and be kind to one another, and seek to understand each other, where we come from, because we're all a certain way because we come from somewheres. And that's an important story in itself. I'm glad you're here. We'll catch you on the next video.